Windows 10 giving me so many problems right now. So as of right now, I'm on my computer, spoke to a Windows support representative just a while ago, and he is remotely connected to my laptop. Now for those who don't know, that if you have Windows 10, doesn't matter if it's home, professional, server, doesn't matter. If you have this, you could call support, they will contact you and they will help you, they'll fix your problem. And if you can't fix it by the way that they're instructing you to do, they will ask you to remotely give them or grant them access to your computer. And you do have the option to stop it if you don't trust them anymore, so forth. But this is about, I think, maybe the 5th time, only because I've been having problems that I don't want to deal with and I don't feel like fixing them. So I'm gonna make sure I get my money's worth by having Windows 10, Microsoft, fix my problem for me. So they've fixed the problem of the graphics. So my graphics are working fine. They fixed my issue of Microsoft Office 2016. And they also fixed, I think it was one more thing, but I can't remember. But lately I've been getting these new issues about the Microsoft Edge hanging and just completely just shutting down and then getting a blank screen out of nowhere. And it's making me force shut down my computer, which everybody hates, including myself. So right now he's downloading Windows 10 and he's going to do a repair. Now, my thought is, why go to Windows, why get this fixed when I'm going through so much trouble with Windows 10? I have a legit copy of Windows 8.1 Professional. 8.1 Professional is still faster than Windows 10, and Windows 10 for me has not been fast, or at least from my experience. And I deal with a lot of graphics and gaming, so I have to have a fast computer. Now my specs are a 16 GB RAM, AMD 8700P processor, and the graphics it's a dual graphics, so it has an R6 chip and an R8. And I don't know, like I'm pretty sure if I go back to Windows 8.1, it will be running faster. So I'm going to cut this video off a little bit and wait until he finishes his work. Well, this process is still taking a bit more time because he's still downloading it. So while he's doing that, I'm going to give my own opinion as to why or what happened to Windows 10. Now, people using a beta version, yes, we know that there will be some bugs or were some bugs. But now that it came to full surface and everybody got their free upgrade, it's still not stable. But some people don't have issues, some people do. Now, could that be because Microsoft or Windows 10 is only aiming towards a certain amount of or certain area of hardware? Maybe NVIDIA only, maybe Intel processors only, or maybe Apple, right? But lately, actually not lately, from the start of Windows 10, everybody has been experiencing these power issues with suspension, hibernation, sleep mode, and recovering from back or resuming back from that state. And it either comes up and then shuts off and then restarts itself. I'm still having that issue, but mine is kind of different, where I took off everything. So don't turn off the screen, don't turn off the hard drive, do not suspend it, do not go to log off or log on screen. But yet it still goes back to the login screen after I've after my computer's been idle for maybe 30 minutes or plus, it still wants to go back to the lock screen. And sometimes I don't like the lock screen. Okay, so that's one major issue that Windows has not been able to fix on all computers. Okay, and my computer is fairly new. It's only like maybe 4 or 5 months old right now. Another thing I'd like to talk about is why do you think Windows 10 has gone this route? Take a look at from their Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows NE, Windows XP 2000, Vista, Windows 7, and not Windows 8. They actually changed it in Windows 8 a little bit. Maybe there are some new features. Wow, maybe some new features, but still, there's no new wow innovation in the back end or in the cosmetic in the user interface. Now, if we take a look at Apple, yes, they have a nice fluid interface, and the back end and all the processing in that operating system is fluid. It works very fine, works well. I'm not much of an Apple lover, but I know and I've tried their software and I used it before, and there's nothing bad I can really say about it except for the price. But if we also take a look at Linux has many distributions and many things to serve your purpose, and all of them have a different feel and take on operating system. And it's very customizable. And they are always innovating and adapting to what users like, want, need, and what is in. Lately, I just installed Linux Deepin on my USB flash drive, and it was the easiest thing to install. It was easy to update and install the software that I needed. And I'm very surprised because it was very fast and easy, and I could get everything I need right then and there, just like that. Whereas where I go with Ubuntu or Fedora, I run into some problems, but for Linux Deepin, I didn't run into any problems. Now, we just need to see Windows 10 do something different and something new. But Windows right now is really frustrating me. And I am going to go back to Windows 8.1 after this support guy finishes doing what he's doing. If it works, okay, but still, I feel like I'm going to go back to Windows 8.1 because I can work faster. So I will see you guys in the next one.